How many episodes? All 3. I ain't getting spoiled on this shit. And I'm definitely not waiting a week. F that. See, this is the cool thing, because I actually remember that whatever she had on her back lit up with the gold. And this is after Jinx fired the rocket. So, there is a chance that they're okay, but I'm guessing at least a few people are either critically injured or dead. Because I don't think that shield would, like, work too much. Otherwise, that'd just be too OP. Yep, we got a dead one. We got 2 dead ones. And we got critically injured. Oh yeah, Mama Bear's gonna be pissed. Mama Bear is gonna kill somebody. Mama Bear gonna be pissed. I'm telling you now, she is gonna kill people. You ain't talking down Mama Bear. Oh, they're keeping the same theme. I thought they might have changed it, but you know what? I'm okay with this. I love that she's doing the Caesar thing. That is such a Roman emperor thing. Like 100%. Look at that. That's very Caesar. See, this is going to be interesting because they were willing to have a peace plan. They were willing to have a peace plan. And they voted for a peace plan. And then we're going to get a peace plan. And they would have been okay with it. I mean, they were against it a little bit. They didn't like the idea that the Undercity would have their own freedom, they'd make their own decisions, it would impact their trade, it would impact their bureaucracy. Obviously, the council members are a little bit corrupt here and there, you know what I mean? Like, come on. Everyone's corrupt a little bit, but at the end of the day, they were kind of like, fine, we'll vote for it, you know what I mean? Like, everyone's agreeing, like, I can't be the only one saying no. And then it was like, there is going to be no peace. There is going to be no peace. Because at that moment, I forgot her name when she was young. Thingo and Jinx. She chose Jinx. Like 100%. She 100% chose it. And so now it's over. There is no bargaining. Powder, thank you. There is no bargaining. That's it. She made her choice. She chose her path. Isn't she supposed to become like a character or something in League of Legends? They could rebuild her and make her stronger or something? Isn't it bloody fascinating how we as humans have created the custom of burial or the ceremony of burial, whether it be to bury someone or to burn them on a pyre or everything. But we've created this custom that provides a time and a place to grieve and to accept it, to let go, and then to start moving on. And you have all these cultures around the world, prior to them being in communication with each other, that reached a similar conclusion in different ways, but reached a very similar conclusion. I'm not talking religious, but I'm talking social, sociology-wise, keeping people sane. Isn't that very interesting? That got to be so awkward. Hey, sorry that my sister blew up your mom. I'm from the Balkans. It happens all the time.
She was a great woman, a good friend. I don't know how we'll face this crisis without her.
And to sort of put that in perspective, okay, we're going to blame Jinx and we're going to blame the Undercity for everything that happened here. Okay. But how did we get here? Is anyone ever going to take that into consideration? How many decades of misery and poverty in the Undercity did it take for someone like Silco to rise up and do all these things? And why did that happen? Oh, wait. Because of what you guys did. But hey, let's blame the entire Undercity for 5 or 6 people dying. Even though down there people are dying in the dozens every single day from pollution, sickness, lack of nutrients, crime, and all these other things. Easily preventable, but no, because you guys just shove them to the outreaches of society. But hey, you guys are the victims, right? Poor people. Poor people. Really? Like, come on. Take some responsibility.
To think we nearly extended sovereignty to the creatures who did this.
I love the dehumanization. The creatures, not people. Creatures.
We're charged with imposing order, and we've been asleep at our posts. While my eyes are open, there will be no more fairy tales of peace until we scour our basement of its demons.
So kind of you to assist Councillor Sallow, Mother.
As we are at war, I thought it prudent to solicit the advice of such an experienced veteran.
Let us address the matter at hand. Our people are scared, suffering. They need to know their leaders have the situation under control.
An unprecedented show of force. We flood the Undercity with enforcers, armed with Hextech.
Innocents will be caught in the crossfire.
How many more counselors have to be blown to pieces before you finally wake up? We are under siege!
The irony of that. We are under siege. They occasionally attack us and kill 1 or 2 people. But on a daily, we probably kill 5 or 6 dozen of them. But we are at siege. And we have to kill them all in order to feel safe about ourselves or something.
What is she doing here?
Officer Kiraman witnessed the attack firsthand. She confirmed this was the act of a single deranged individual. Jinx, Silco is dead, the underground leaderless. If we follow your plan, we risk unifying them against us.
So what is your solution? Chastisement? A firm reprimand?
We use a division against them. Pin the attack on Jinx. Post a reward too substantial to ignore. I'm sorry, Mel. I'm not comfortable trusting our fates to chance. Jinx has proven elusive. Our healing can only begin once she's been brought to justice.
She's not elusive, you're just incompetent.
Then it's settled. 2 to 1. We invade.
If I may, in crises such as these, it's imperative you present a unified front to the public, whatever your personal feelings.
And have you ever considered that if you corner a wild animal, it's going to be more aggressive than it ever was before because it's on death's ground and it has nowhere to escape? By all means, invade, but you're only going to magnify the amount of damage that you sustain. They'll have nothing to lose because you're attacking all of them instead of one of them.
How wise. I'll agree to endorse the invasion. But I draw the line at Hextech. We have an ethos. Such force must be a final resort. Agreed. Then it's settled. 2 to 1.
Mama Bear's like, okay, you don't want Hex Tech. That's okay. You didn't specify other weapons that I have! Which, by the way, I smuggled on my ship because Mama Bear is never without her weapons. We're about to witness war crimes. Actually, we're about to discover war crimes. Our condolences, our condolences, our condolences. None of us actually came in person because you're not important enough for us to actually come in person. But here is a letter that is probably not even written by us, but it is signed by us. Our condolences. We don't really mean it, because if we did mean it, we would probably visit you and make sure that you're doing okay. This is why I hate these posh society. They're full of shit. There's no humanity in it, you know? Oh yeah, that's her dad.
I had a shot.
Your mother left this to you.
The Kiraman key? No, I'm not. I don't deserve it.
It's your legacy now, Caitlin.
I love how often this topic comes up. You had the shot, but you didn't take it because you didn't want to take a life. Oh, now a bunch of other lives were taken, and now even more lives are going to be taken because you didn't take a single life.
What is she still doing here?
Hey. You were right, Kate. Powder's gone. I can make this right. If you get Jace to fix the gauntlets, I can do this myself. No one else needs to get hurt. No. No more rogue mission. No more reckless plans. My mother was right. My arrogance led me to take on more than I could handle. She paid the price. They're sending all the enforcers after Jinx. I'm going with them. Please, I have to help. You can. As one of us. Kate, I can't wear this. People are calling for blood. The council won't stop them. You can show they're not all of Zorn supports Jinx. We can show them. Together. I watched them kill my parents. Do you have any idea how that feels? Yes, I do.
Welcome to the grey area.
I thought you were on our side. You didn't think at all.
And here's the magic of it. Sides. Everyone sees it as sides. They don't see people. They don't see the people trapped in the middle. They don't have a side. And no one is on their side. It's all sides. One side in Ivory Towers, the other side in the basement of the underworld, and then everyone in the middle that doesn't have anything. No say, no voice, nothing. They're just caught in the crossfire, and no one seems to give a shit. People will never learn. And it'll keep happening again and again and again and again.
Watch it.
Sorry.
I don't even want to imagine the paperwork on this one.
How is he?
Same as before. Breathing. Pulse is consistent. Beyond that, your guess is as good as mine.
What's it doing to him?
The hex core has been evolving, shifting through runic patterns faster than I can keep up. All I know for certain is that it's keeping him alive. It's the sort of puzzle Victor would love if he wasn't. It should be me up there instead of him.
Don't say that. He'll come back to us.
Survivor's guilt.
I still don't understand. He was right next to me. How does the explosion do that to him? And I just walk out without a scratch.
Survivor's guilt.
There's no sense to these things, Jace.
How did it go with the council?
My mother's entered the game. She's already gotten her hooks into Sallow, using his grief to make a play for Hextech.
Mel, I promised Victor. Never again.
It's all right. I handled it. I won't let them corrupt your dream. Caitlin was there. You might pay her a visit.
This man knows the joy of thigh pillows. They're incredibly soft.
She hides it admirably, but the poor girl's in so much pain.
That's the thing. Once you let the cat out of the bag with technology, you can't put it back in the bag. Once it's out, it's out. Whether it be rockets or nuclear or anything, really. Good luck stopping it. See, this is a very fun little visualization training technique. A lot of people train by shooting at targets, and then when it comes to shooting real people, they struggle. The trick is to always imagine that you're shooting a person.
Hey, Sprout.
How'd you find me?
Your dad.
Mother and I used to come here when we needed an escape. One of the few places we never argued.
I'm sorry I haven't been around.
How's Victor?
I can't even tell if he's still in there.
Something is.
Ever since it happened, three faces keep spinning through my mind. I see Mother, when they found her, and every fibre of me just sinks, like a stone swallowed in dark water. But then there's Jinx, laughing. I want to tear that laugh from her throat forever.
Oh yeah, she's developing a murder boner.
I know. I just understand now how easy it is to hate them. One vicious act. Then I see Vi. I asked her to put on a uniform. Suffice to say, she declined.
Fine. Wear a badge.
She thinks those gauntlets of yours will solve all her problems.
What if she's right?
Let me guess. Public intoxication.
Who are you? How do you know my name? Junior Officer Nolan. Maddie. And, it's written on your face.
Well, Maddie, if they're introducing you at the second season, that means you're gonna die at some point. Because they can't kill a main character and they need to kill someone. So, buckle up.
So what is it? Random search? Escort off the property? Are you just here to waste my time? Search? No. No. You're something of a legend amongst the enforcers. Caitlin made quite a scene at the station when they tried to deny your enlistment. Now I have to ask, is it all true? You went after Silco alone when the council wouldn't back you. Took on his whole gang. Kate said all that. She said, if every enforcer had a heart like yours, we could take on Noxus itself. Then she threatened to withdraw her family's funding. Anyhow, I'm glad you're joining up. After the sheriff betrayed us, well, let's just say, it's nice to know there's still good ones left.
Officer Nolan.
Duty calls. Are you on or by?
I just see how these people are dressed, and I'm telling you now, in a moment of crisis, they will struggle to move quickly. So, is that Jinx? Everyone's in one place? The entire leadership? Get some incendiary grenades? Burn them alive?
Is having the occasion now and again to stand behind this podium, to behold so many, joined together not by birth or dictum, but by all that we share. Our hope, our curiosity, our compulsion to leave behind us a world better than that before.
Someone's closing a door and leaving. That's the obvious route of escape that's now been cut off. Interesting.
These things we share are what make us one people.
Oh!
Today, we share an unthinkable loss.
You know, that is why most gangs nowadays don't let you get tattoos anymore. It's such an easy way to identify people. Gangs nowadays don't want people with tattoos. Don't have any identifying features. Get rid of them. It's stupid.
Councillor Arius Borbeck, Councillor Tormin Hoskell, and Councillor Cassandra Kiraman were taken from us. But they shall not be forgotten. We commissioned the statue so we may remember them for the countless occasions.
That's sus.
Their lifetimes of service. Not the great mountains.
Oh, they just delivered a rifle. It's big enough for a rifle.
They will account for their crimes.
It's the little minigun.
Awful, isn't it? Losing a loved one.
Oh, chainsaw! Someone's serious! Guys, you're supposed to start with the bombs. Then you start the chainsawing. When they start fleeing to the obvious route, which is also blocked off, you funnel them into the kill zone. And then you just keep killing. Guys, you're doing this wrong. Oh, it's those guys that are high on Thinger. And now you're gonna take them hostage. Nice. Not a bad plan. So instead of killing the counselors, you actually made the attack. Counselors go into a carriage to escape. You attack them with your vanguard. You've got the council members hostage, meaning you've actually crippled the chain of command because no one actually wants to risk losing their chain of command. Not a bad tactic. But you had a lot of civilians. Sometimes it's hard to tell, Kuma, if you want the bad guys to win or just giving advice. Giving advice most of the time. Damn. Now that is the strongest grip.
Get the counselors out of here. I have an idea. What are you doing?
You see, there is a reason you don't use chainsaws for melee. Because if you have a melee weapon like a blade or something thin enough and it was to actually hit the chainsaw little blades, it would actually jam it. Because effectively it's just the giant it's a giant chain with little blades connected to it. And it kind of just goes in a big circle. That's basically all it does. If you get anything caught in between the two, you'll just snap the chain. Chainsaws are just a giant bread knife. Also, you're killing your lower back. Told you she's gonna die. I kind of expected her to die in like episode 2. Ooh, that was super effective. No, hit again. Okay, so let me get this straight. You flanked her and you hit her on the head with a hammer, and then you stopped. Bruh! Just hope that your spine isn't severed now. Because if it is, you're screwed. This guy's got a haircut like a Pidgeot. Ooh, that is good aim. Not sure if spine injured or just legs weak. No, legs are still working. Oh yeah, you're that mother whose child died. Now I remember. Silco let you go. Well, that's an argument for advanced weapons if there ever was one. How do you sharpen a chainsaw? Well, they basically take off the chain and they usually give it to a workshop and they sharpen the individual blades. Or they replace the individual blades. It's typically what happens. Performance issues? She is a good shot. Mama bear! That's a lot of axes for a mama bear. It looks like Mama Bear's gonna get her weapons after all. Those were spears? I'm pretty sure the first one was an axe. Oh yeah, Mama Bear's getting those weapons. I'm pretty sure the first one was an axe. I saw something that looked like an axe for the first one. Let me see. See? See how it was twirling? It twirled like an axe. Spears don't twirl when you throw them. See that? That's an axe. Here, let's do it again. Can I slow this shit down? That's an axe. The ones after that were spears. But the stick is long, so that's a spear. But the stick on an axe is also long. Those are spears. See how the head's different? A spear wouldn't do this. That only happens because of the weight. Looks like a spear to me, just thrown like an axe. Why would you do that, though? Mama Bear wants her weapons. Good luck talking her down from giving her weapons now. She's gonna run for office at this point. Oh, sorry. What was that? What was that? Sorry, what was that? Is that a spear? Sorry, is that a spear? I'm sorry. What was that? Looks like an axe. Looks more like a halberd to me. Oh, for the love of... Really? You're gonna go there? We're gonna get technical here? Are we gonna start getting technical here? We're gonna start getting technical? Okay, it's an axe with a very long stick. Technically, it could be both an axe and a spear if it's a halberd. But... when it was spinning like that when it was thrown, that ain't no spear.
A memorial? What kind of animals?
You see, the worst part about this is that Jinx probably didn't even orchestrate this. That woman could have orchestrated it on her own. It was practically a suicide mission with no backup.
They wanted the spectacle. Right? They're trying to scare you. All they did is piss me off.
I have to admit, it was poorly organized, poorly executed, and I give it a C.
You need to find a way to call off the invasion. What? This battle was on your soil. Down there, you'll be on their terms. None of this is on our terms. Maybe you should change that.
Well, I don't know how, okay? She dies and leaves this giant hole, and I'm just supposed to fill it. Like she was never there to begin with.
Hey, you won't. The hole gets smaller, but you never fill it.
I was wrong to spring the badge on you. It's just, every way I slice it, if I go after your sister alone, one of us comes back in a box. It's all coming apart.
Welcome to vengeance.
No, it isn't. We won't let it.
Such sloppy work. Oh my god, look at the emo on the left. Wait, that was her. Ha! She went through a phase.
You doubt the merit of your birthright, Caitlin. There's wisdom in that. But remember, you're a Kiraman.
Plague Doctor mask.
Never in our lifetimes has Piltover's leadership been forced into the dungeons of our capital. But here we are. Does anyone still doubt that our enemy is greater than one deranged individual?
How did they sneak so many of these things into the ceremony? I thought we took every measure to secure it.
I keep saying you're all a bunch of incompetent dweebs.
They must have had help. From someone up here.
We can't afford any more hand-wringing. If we do not defend ourselves with Hextech, our principles will mean nothing.
We aren't prepared for a full-scale invasion. The Undercity's attack proved that.
This is a closed council meeting. Who let you in here?
I am a decorated officer, leader of House Kiraman. Address me with respect, or keep your mouth shut.
Holy shit, someone had coffee this morning.
I will lead a strike team into Zorn with 3 objectives. Locate Jinx, dismantle Shimmer, and neutralize any agents still loyal to Silco.
What makes you think you'll fare any better than our forces today?
They're not mentally handicapped.
We've got a few surprises of our own.
That's a sniper rifle. Oh, yeah. The funny thing is, even with their technological advantage, they could be taken out by half a dozen to a dozen well-placed people. The problem is that the people don't fight together. There's no teamwork, no coordination, no strategy, no flanking, nothing. No traps. It's just hoodlums on a riot. There's no discipline. Poor animal's injured. Oh, he broke free. That's more than one. The lack of training is apparent. But don't get me wrong, her sharpshooting was impressive. Something's charging at you, it's a moving target, you're keeping cool, and you're landing your shots where they need to land. So not only are you not panicking and not letting the adrenaline nor the fear overcome you, you're landing the shots precisely. Which is very, very, very difficult to do under battle conditions. That is veteran status right there. Veteran status. Very impressive. Very. Kid's a natural. And this is before having the resolve to kill. Give her a little more and she'll be ruthless. This will be interesting. I wonder what's going to happen with the power vacuum in Zorn. Because there would be a bit of a power vacuum. Silco definitely solidified his power. And now he's gone. The real question becomes whether Jinx fills that gap, or the power vacuum is just all the rivals fighting for it, or if Jinx goes solo, or if people start looking up to Jinx as sort of like a cult leader, where she doesn't necessarily have to recruit people, they start piling up for her. It's going to be very interesting to see how that goes. It's going to be good. Alright, let's take a quick little break and we watch the next one.
Hey, did I hand you a shrinking potion by accident? I could have sworn that was the gender swapping one.
Don't be hating. She's fun sized, that's all. She doesn't even have to get on her knees to blow.
You want to add anything to that conversation?
Nope, I'm good. In fact, I think your new size makes you an even more formidable and stealthy ninja.